Hi. How are you? How are you? Hi. I'm gonna update people on what's happening with this channel, and it's all good. But I thought I'd start and sing a song because I'm in the mood. I'm gonna start with a song that I'm practicing. I'm gonna put a bit of effect on my voice. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I'm away. I'm fine. Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight. How are you doing, old mate? Oh, hey up. How you doing, old mate? Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. On my way. Right. I got bored. I have fancied the song. I think it's always good to fancy something. Yeah, so I haven't made a video. Is this distorting? Is my voice distorting? If it is, I'll look into it. I am messing around with settings here, so I have to be very careful. But this setup is not normally what you would see on this channel, and that's partly the difference that is occurring, because what I want to do on YouTube is so much more than going out and about. Now, I love going out and about. I love it, and it's good for me, and I've not been doing it of late, so I've been piling on the pounds because I live next door to Poundland. It's got nothing to do with me. It's them. Poundland, everything's a pound, and it's like Sugar Central. So they make me go in there, they make me buy their stuff for £1, and they make me eat it. So it's not my fault. But I do have to get out and about. I have been out and about through for a while. Well, I went out quite a lot. I was going out quite a lot, and I've got a bunch of stuff on the computer. And if you're in my Patreon, you will know that I've been constantly making excuses about why I've not uploaded any out and about videos, and that's because of this thing and this thing, because I am managing my files. I ran out of space on my computer, and then and I keep saying, but I'm uploading stuff to Amazon, and my material is going to be on Amazon, and that requires me doing a series intro, which requires me going back out there to film it. And everything it's all centered around blimmin' subtitles, and subtitles are a nightmare because you have to do them, and Amazon won't accept your video if you don't. But getting it right is tricky. It's doable, and I'm a bit OCD. I like to work out a way right at the beginning to do things hyper efficiently. so that it's easier in the long run. So it's all in the planning. The camera I had wasn't happy with, so I bought this. Oh, it's very contrasty, this camera, isn't it? Should I just fix this camera? It's a bit contrasty. Should I do that? Would you like that? Let me just do that, because I can do that. Do that, take that down a little bit. There you go. So is that a bit better? A bit better? A bit? Yeah, a bit better, isn't it? I bought this. Oh, let me take it off the... So, it looks so stupid. Forget the tripod. This is the key. This is the key. As I'm OCD. This is the key. So this thing here is a clip. Oops, there you go. A clip system. Right? Get rid of this bit. I'm trying not to knock the camera and damage it. So this is my purchase. This is a Sony ZV-1, I think. See? That's what I have purchased. And it's a great camera. It's got a big screen. It comes out at the side. Like that. I don't know if it'll go on or not. Oh, it has gone on. It puts up a annoying message that says that. So I switch it off. And switch it back on again. And this is going to be my my camera for filming, which is awesome. It's got steadying capability, but when it does it, it kind of crops in. That's how it steadies. It crops in on the picture a little bit, and it's too close. The framing's too close. If you can see there, look, it's too close. So I'm not very happy with that. If I go over to this camera, you can probably see. Oops, where is it? There you go. Is that better? Oh, look, it's focusing on it. So I have have this issue. I needed to get a camera to do that to do that intro, and I couldn't do the intro until I had the camera. Then I recorded the intro, and then I made a name change. I decided to ditch Fluctibus Flood. The name Fluctibus Flood. I don't know why. It's one of these things I had right off the bat when I started on YouTube and onto internet, and it stuck. And I kind of liked it for a long time, right up to the day before I got rid of it, pretty much. But then I realized that if I'm going to write a book about, I'm going to write a book about the BBC, I'm going to write a book about the TV industry, and I am writing them, and I am one of these people that says I'm doing something and then it never turns up. But I don't want the name Fluctibus Flood on the book. I want it to be my name, which is Craig Duncan, because I have this belief that we all need to take responsibility for what we do and say on the internet, and it's never been so more strong or stronger than it is right now. So I have decided to ditch online pseudonyms for me. It's just me. That's what I want to do. So it's Craig Duncan. The book will probably be C.T. Duncan. Middle name is Terence. And if you want to find out like what I do as a day job, you can go to my website, which is craigduncan.com. But which is work in progress, by the way, because that's all new as well. Everything's happening at once. My whole online life is being reinvented as I speak. So that means that with this channel, I'm going to be able to upload more of the fun stuff that I like doing, which is like stuff like this, where I can have little chats here at my desk, and that camera lens needs a clean. And I want to talk about, I don't want to do shock jockey type style. I want to do sensible, mature, sort of looking and analysis of stuff that's happening in the TV and film industry, or the media world, streaming industry generally, the business of it all, which I don't know too much about. I know the behind the scenes of making television, but I don't really know the behind the scenes of making TV. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert at any stage. I'm rambling a little bit. I want to tell you more about the camera. So the point is, I will tell you about the camera, but the point is that I'm not going to be uploading the walking stuff, the hiking material to this channel anymore. They're going to be going to a brand new channel, and I can show you it. There it is. that's not it. That's not either. There it is. That's the new channel. 84,000 subscribers. Look at that. 84,000 subscribers. Fantastic. Out and about. The reason I'd want to do that, because I want this to be a chilled out space. I want it to be somewhere where people can go and they can just, you know, chill out. So what I'm doing is I'm slowly but surely moving videos from this channel over to that channel that are to do with the walking. And in my head, I have to work out how are the videos going to be different to what people get on Amazon. And that is something that will be more prominent in season 2, which I will do this winter. So the summer season, season 1, is finished. There's 9 films between 30 and 60 minutes long. All the videos you've seen before that were in part 1, part 2 have been joined together. I've taken out any references to subscribe, do. And that's another thing I don't want to do. I want to stop asking people to subscribe all the time, because I my experience of watching people on YouTube, I don't like I'm not a fan of the presentery style that people have on YouTube. The hey, hi guys, run the intro and all that. I don't know about you, but when I watch videos on YouTube, I just skip all that. I skip the first 3 minutes. And YouTube, unfortunately, the way that YouTube works is that it's very keen for us all to, it's keen on maintaining your viewing, maintaining viewers. And that's what's important. And then there's the engagement part. So writing stuff down in the comments is also very important to YouTube. So, you know, for us to make this worthwhile, and I don't have to make it worthwhile yet because I'm still working, although COVID has certainly not helped. But it needs, in order to be monetized, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers. And in order to make money on the monetization, you need to have people watching it, because advertisers don't want to spend money on videos and YouTubers who haven't got anyone looking at their stuff or engaging with it or just flicking past it. I actually think I was watching, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and I'm really into the business that's going on at the minute with Star Wars and Star Trek, and how there's a bit of a war between fans and sort of people are angry about what's happening with Star Trek. And I'm really interested in that. I'm interested in what's happening with the industry. And my thinking is that, well, people aren't happy, and and I understand why. There's definitely a cash grab going on with the movie industry generally, and also Hollywood is just in a bit of a pickle at the moment. But I was watching this chap. It's called Nerdrotic, and he was I think he's great. I think the way that he's able to maintain his talking, he just talks and talks and talks and talks, and it's engaging, it's intelligent, it looks good, his set looks good. He's created a world that's relaxing to go into. It's quite stressed out at the minute, though, I got to be honest, but I'm kind of enjoying it. And the massive long videos that he makes, he does a lot of live stuff. But I did notice while I was watching one of his videos, and he went to a Star Trek website, CBS website, and disliked a video. I was criticizing the fact that the video had so few views, even though it's a Star Trek video, and is pointing out that nobody likes Star Trek anymore. And he then clicked the dislike without watching the video, and I just thought that was a bit. Oh, that's I mean, I can understand that people don't like Star Trek anymore, or that people aren't fond of what's happened to Star Trek or how it's changed direction. But I'm not sure about disliking videos without watching them. And then he went to a colleague, a guy that he streams with, went to his new video, and again, without watching it, liked it. Now, this is going out live to like 4,000 viewers. So I was watching that, and I was kind of like thinking, this is stuff I want to comment on. I don't want to criticize. I want to comment on and engage, see if there's a conversation to be had around what's happening on YouTube and you know, what people are talking about, but also not looking at it from a sort of partisan point of view. I want to be, I want to be what I am currently criticizing the BBC for, which is it has to be more impartial. More impartial. It has to be less partial. More impartial. That's correct. So that's what I'm really keen on. And it used to be. That's my thing. That's the whole thing. That's why I'm writing. I'm a little bit my opinions. and it used to be super. It used to be impartial because I used to work there. I know it did, and it drifted away from it, and I know why. And it's not a bad thing. It's nobody's fault. That's my point. It is a bad thing. It's nobody's fault. So I want to explain how I understand it happened. So, but where can I do that? I mean, I'd quite like when I go on my out and about walks. I tend to, I always try and put a little bit in the middle there where we just talk about anything, and it'll be something like what I've just said, and I'll just talk about that. It's completely off the cuff sort of chat. But I want to have a thing going on here where I can use like stream stuff and actually look at websites and look at videos and talk about them, and maybe even get into doing it live, because I love that. It's just exciting having all this system here. I've got, I can just show you. I've got a lot of kit. I've got like 8 monitors here, and I want to be able to use this because I enjoy it. I do actually have a gaming computer here that I stream on, but I can't get into gaming anymore because I feel like I'm wasting my time. I think I should be doing something creative, like writing or editing, or I don't know. I find gaming is something for people with a lot of time on their hands, and as you get older, time is something you don't have a lot of on your hands. So why did I show you these things? So these are super fast little drives. I'll see if I can show you one. The little cards, they belong inside a computer, really. This is an M.2. It's 1,000 gigs. The reason I like these is because I'm dealing with 4K now, and I want everything to be 4K. I didn't have the drives to do it, so I was struggling editing. And I know you can make proxies, I know. And I was doing all that. But as I say, I'm OCD. I want to create a system that's hyper efficient. Why is that not going back on there? Why do you hate me? What's going on here? Is it magnetic? What? Oh, I see. Is it? What? Well, I'll leave that. I don't know what's going on there. The camera I had wasn't. I didn't like it. I bought a little like 360 Insta360, which is kind of like a GoPro, and I hated it. It didn't work for a start. It was dropping frames. It was at 4K, and then I kind of wanted that depth of field sort of feel. I wanted to have it sort of like blurry and tight. Plus, I wanted to do little pans and whatnot, and that little camera didn't have it. This is the answer. It's about 700 quid, and you might be wondering what all these wires are coming off it. The battery that's in these is underneath there. It's underneath, and I can't be changing batteries when I'm out in fields filming. So this is a battery, and this is a wire that will. Well, this wire is actually designed to plug into the microphone, so I don't have to change the battery in the microphone. And then this one will charge up the camera. So the camera and the mic can be charged from this handle. And then I added this on, and this is a top tip, by the way. If you buy lots of the same mounts and put them on your tripod, from just these bits, stick them on your tripods, buy like 4 or 5 of them. So when you're chopping and changing the camera from your mic stand to, where's my other thing? Well, I haven't got it, but I've got little that's over there. I've got a like a selfie stick with this on top of it as well. I bought several of them. That means I can take the camera off the main tripod and pop it onto a selfie stick, and off I go. I've also just ordered a wide angle lens so I can get a wider shot on there. It's just not wide enough. I can't really show you it. If you go and watch videos on the ZV1, ZV1, and you'll see for yourself. So I've changed cameras. I've changed name of the channel. I've got plans for new things to do on the channel, like a video like this, for example. This is bare bones at the moment. The background, that's actually a green screen that'll come down behind me. I've got animated background and treetops. I'll probably show you. Here we go. I've got this all waiting for me, ready to go. I can pop myself in the layers of the trees there, which I will do. That was my ukulele falling on the floor. Everything's set up, ready to go. Apart from the new branding. And then I had a bit of a dilemma. I thought, well, I'll get rid of flooded as well because that doesn't work. But I own a. I don't want to. I kind of want to keep it. There's something about it that I like, although it's kind of drifted. It's kind of like a distortion of Fluctibus flood. I quite like flooded as a word because it doesn't seem to exist anywhere else on the internet. So it's quite unique in the same way you get Vimeo or Skype or these made up words. I kind of like it. I also like that it's a bit like floodlights, like something is flooded with water. So I don't know, it's a nice word, so I think I'll keep it. So that's what this channel is going to be. It's going to be Craig Duncan's Flooded, or Flooded with Craig Duncan. I'm going to keep slipping my name into it a little bit more because essentially it's me. But so, and I'm still in working it out. You know, do I also do a live channel? Out and About doesn't have any subscribers, so please do. It's got 84. I don't know who they are. Who are you? But go over there, Out and About, and if you want to, let me see, where is it? There you go. Go and subscribe, please. Get me up to 1,000 so I can monetize that. Make it so I get roughly, like, I don't know, £20, £25 every couple of months from my YouTube channel. Because the thing is the hiking videos get very few views. But if I make a video about how to bulk delete your tweets, that'll get thousands of views. Like scores of views, because people are Googling, how do I delete all my tweets? Because I'm going for a new job. I'm going for a new job and I've got a terrible Twitter history. How do I get rid of it? And then my video will pop up, because I do have one out there. And the most popular video I've got on this channel, by the way, is me doing a review of one of those things to shave the skin off your feet. That's one of my most popular videos. Something like, I don't know, 70,000 views. I don't even know, probably more. Which I know is still pony for a lot of people. But for me, it's wonderful. I'd love to, more than anything, because it's not financially rewarding for me to make videos on YouTube. More than anything, I'd like to, just create a community. And I hate that word. Society, maybe, or just chat to people about stuff that they think and what they think, and if I can make people laugh, if I can entertain, that's fun. This is fun. Making videos is fun on YouTube. That's why I do it. And it's very good. Also, a very good habit is to talk like this, to keep talking. If you're not somebody, I think we learn the skill of being able to communicate with one another. And I think that it's a very good skill to be able to sort of be engaging when talking to people and keeping your brain going while your mouth is going. And it's something that I would like to build upon, because I know what it's like to be. I direct people who are in front of cameras, and I want to have an appreciation of how difficult it is, and also just to be able to think. You kind of have to think about the next thing while you're also talking, and I'm terrible at it, because I'll just stop and go, what am I talking about? I'm terrible at it. And I want to get better. I've been sometimes over this last few months, like a day in complete silence, because I've just not seen anyone, or I've just not talked. And you forget how to talk. And that's what it's like. So what was that? Oh, I'm also going to show you this here, because one of the other things I'm doing is, and I'm doing way too many projects, but I'm going to try and do some tutorials for people. So it's just been politely sitting here. So look at this. Kind of like a magician's reveal here. Hold on. This is an auto cue. So look at it. Oh. Let me explain what's going on here. If you don't know what an auto cue is, it's not an auto cue. Auto cue is a branded company. This is a teleprompter. That's what I should have said. So this little thing you can buy on Amazon. It's relatively cheap. I think I've made a video on this, but I will do another video about this. This is a little tiny TV. Again, about 50 quid, about 50 quid. I don't know. These are small rig magic arms. This is a lighting stand. These are face masks, which look like ladies' underwear. I'm told, but these are my face masks from Morrison's. Now, this took me blimmin' ages to work this out. So that, so I can now position that somewhere, and then I can get my camera like this. And I can stick it where the sun don't shine, which is in there, like that. And then once it's in there, like that. And then I cover it with my black cloth, get rid of all the light. And then on the monitor, I come HDMI out here, which is this wire here, which goes to an extension cable there. I can mimic the screen on my laptop, and through using some sort of duetty type software, I can replicate my iPhone or my iPad onto a browser screen on my laptop. And then with some teleprompter software in the iPad, I can scroll through scripts that I've which are automatically uploading to the software from Dropbox. This took me ages to work out, right? And so I can now quickly, and that's the key, write a script, send it to Dropbox as a text file, and then have it on here within like a few minutes. So I can then do pieces to camera without the umming and the ahhing, and try and be a bit more factual. I'm not sure about that because that might be a bit too news style, but I might get into doing a bit of that. I want to be able to. Certainly for the tutorials, I'll need that sort of information because I don't really want it to be like a choppy YouTube video. I have some lights at the side here. Well, I can show you on this camera. There's a light here, and that's lighting the wall. These are just lights that are from, you know, the ones you put outside your house to light up the house. You can change the color of them with one of these little controllers. These are dirt cheap on Amazon. And I can just change the color like that, red. Change it to press green. You know what I'm saying? We're back to blue, light blue. A little bit red at the top. Rhyming with the red of my not responding t-shirt. It says something on the back. They're fine, but there is a refresh issue with them that sometimes they can flicker if not in the right environment. I got those because I need to, when I pull the green screen down here, I have to light the green screen. Now I have a couple of lights up above the monitors here, but I also, if you put green on these floodlights and turn them up full and light the green screen with green lights, it helps you. It helps keying. I've also got two more on this side. These are smaller ones attached to this bookcase. And I would show you, but my camera over here doesn't work currently. I also have down here a setup for recording music because that's something I'm very keen on doing is using all my own music. And as you heard from the Lion Sleeps Tonight earlier, I'm really, really good. I'm really brilliant. I've also got this here. I also want to show you. Put this on the other camera. Look at that. Yeah. I bought this for £5. If I had the power and the box for it, this is like £1,000. This, I want to tell you about it. This is the Beta movie. Looks garbage, doesn't it? Because it is garbage. There's a beta tape in there, and I won't be able to ever remove it until I get a power supply for this, which I will get. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of the teleprompter. So, yeah, so look. You're probably wondering, why have you got that? I've got it because this is the first ever camcorder in the world. And you might all be watching going, no, it's not. And I'll be going, yeah, it is. But you will then say, no, it's not. And I'll look at you and I'll go, yeah, it is. And you might say, well, no, there's been cameras and they had like a recorder down at the hips on straps. And you'd be right. But that is not what a camcorder is. Camcorder being, it has the recorder as part of the camera. And this was the first sort of domestic camcorder available to the public. This would have been super expensive in its day. And when I was a little pup, I used to go down to Radio Rentals in Bridlington and hire these. But not this one. I got like a later model. This is very early. It's about 1983, I think. I didn't start hiring them until about 2 or 3 years later. But I just thought it was interesting because I realized that I was into cameras and filming myself right off the bat as soon as it became possible. Back in those days, obviously, we didn't have video cameras in our phones. So for me, this is a thing of beauty. The other camera I want to get is a PD150. Back on my display stand over here, which I've had the camera over there working. You would see in the background of the shot. But that'll happen, don't worry. I get that camera working. I'll be flicking between all sorts of cameras and sharing all sorts with you. But the PD150 is a Sony camera. It has make sure I don't get dust on that special glass, a special mirror glass on the teleprompter. PD150 is a camera that records onto DV tape. And when I was at the BBC in the late 90s, they basically came along towards about 97, 95, 97, something like that. And everybody in the TV industry bought these little PD150s because they could give them to research. It was accepted as an okay broadcasting standard because it was digital. There was no loss of quality. There's no magnets involved, electromagnets like that thing, analog. So the TV companies bought them and started giving them to researchers who were like, oh, what's that? What do I do with that? Because normally what you'd have to do is, ordinarily you'd have to hire you'd have to go out and get a film crew. That'd be somebody with a £60,000 camera and lens, a sound recordist with a mixer. And these were and all the mics and stuff. They were expensive. They'd be like £1,200 a day to hire those guys. And you'd have to, and it'd be cumbersome. You'd be 3 of you: director, camera, sound. So you couldn't really get any sort of intimate documentaries inside housing estates or flats of people struggling, going through their lives. So when the PD150 came out, it was the birth of the fly in the wall documentary. Kinda. There were fly in the wall documentaries before that, but this was kind of like kind of really intimate because it would literally be a researcher and their camera, and that made people feel very much at ease. People started opening up more. We started capturing stuff that we'd never seen before, and it was just like a super versatile way of doing it. But it looked terrible because suddenly there was no lighting, and the cameras were really wobbly, and the sound was terrible. And so we started being trained in using lights and whatnot, but that was all like a new health and safety issue. There's a massive amounts of skill in lighting things and filming things properly and understanding what the editor needs. So there was just a bit of a rush of poor quality footage that came out at that time. Now, married up to that was the fact that the TV industry was growing arms and legs as the internet was becoming something that was actually quite useful. Because when the internet started, it was just like a trickle. It was almost unusable. People had, and they were actually called WAP phones. Google it. WAP phones. And they were super expensive. Data was super expensive. Nobody used the internet on their phones really at the start of that whole thing. Nobody could really use the internet certainly not for streaming music, certainly not for videos, and if you were uploading stuff to YouTube, it would have been pretty short. Live streaming wasn't really a thing. There was a company called Ustream was still going that people use, and they were kind of like the start of it. Chris Perillo, another YouTuber, he was really good. He started doing 24-hour streams from his computer, and sometimes it was just a shot of his computer, but he was just online all the time, which is kind of groundbreaking stuff, really. Sadly, his channel is doing other things. No, I don't know if that's sad. I think he's quite happy. That's what happens when you have a family. You have to change and adapt. So that's what happened, and the internet came along, and then of course at the BBC they were having to compete with the birth of these new channels like Channel 5, Channel 4 was. ITV's always been there, but BBC's always had 2 channels, and all the other channels only had 1. So they always had the dominance, but they were seen as being quite stuffy. I'm getting into my BBC book here a little bit, so I'll back off from telling you the full story. But just to say that it started getting very, very competitive, and there more channels emerged, and we initially called them side channels. They were digital channels, and when you were delivering programs to the BBC, you had to also add extra value. So I had teams of researchers having to type up if we had an article about, I know, a new computer system or a new game or something like that. I did a game review show for a while at the Beeb. We would have to have on the side channel extra information that was on the red button, so people would go, "Oh, that game's interesting." And Alexa, stop. Oh, that's telling me that there's an auction. They're about to do a draw. I've got 10 minutes yet. I've set the alarm because there's going to be a draw at 9 p.m. So I'll wrap this up because I am rambling. I'm not rambling. This is fun. This is interesting, isn't it? I want to do more of this. I enjoy this. Let me know if you enjoy this, by the way. Have you got any thoughts about what I'm talking about? But so the side channel would be a process where you could pull up extra information about the thing that the presenter is talking about. Because one of the things when you're making linear television, you have a slot, you have a gap of time on air to get all your information out. But what's different between that linear television and YouTube now is you can talk forever and go into as much detail as you like, and that's what people want. They want. We are now the skimming. We like to skim. We're happy to skim. You couldn't skim TV, and the TV people didn't go into much detail, and it was always very presentery and. It's just not it's not how people want to consume anymore, and things are changing, and it's so exciting. And I want to be part of the streaming side of that because I think we're seeing amazing things happening. Dr. Disrespect, if you're not aware of who he is, he's a gaming streamer, and I think he's kind of got to where he's it's such a narrow thing, gaming, and I think he's kind of got as far as it can go. I'll probably regret saying that, but the fact that people are making TV shows from their bedrooms, with green screens and fake sets, and people are putting a lot more production value into stuff. I think that will change, and it's growing all the time. People are fed up of hearing, subscribe to my channel, click the like, do this. So we're trying to think of more imaginative ways to motivate people to do that, because that's what we need as YouTubers. And so what I did, I created a song. I made that into a song at the end, which I thought I was quite good. Well, I was quite clever. I thought I was right clever for doing that. So I might try and develop that a little bit more. So these are interesting days. And I also, now, as I was dropping into conversation there, I work in, obviously my channel's not very big, so I work in television. To pay rent, to buy my hobnobs. And if I just show you this here, and I'm not trying to massively sell. Oops. Hi, how you doing? What are you doing over there? Watching? This is my Patreon site, and I just wanted to show it to you a little bit. Here's me. This is Jordan. I'm actually hiding behind that guy. Oh, my mouse isn't showing. There's a guy there in a blue t-shirt on the right. I'm standing behind him looking at a monitor that's coming from that camera. I'm directing. And we're doing a documentary there for... who's it for? Oh, it's for Discovery. And it's a documentary about the Ismaili assassins. We were very close to the Syrian border, so I was scared. And we're standing on top of a castle, a ruined castle. And that was set up. These are actors, and we had them make these costumes, and they're pretending to be like very ancient assassins from the past. Ignore the fact that there's pylons in the background. We didn't film them. And we had something like 8 horses with us, and we had about 10 of these guys. It's really cool. There's one, there's another one that's inside the castle. And this is a situation where I'm more of a director than an operator. Yes, he's got a dagger there. What these guys used to do, the Ismaili assassins, was they would get a job working for a king or a boss, and they would work for them for years, and then suddenly assassinate when told to by their master, or when they got a message by their master, they would assassinate that king or that person. So it was a way for this lord to control all the bosses throughout the land, as to plant these assassins within their organization. And they were trained that one day you would have to assassinate your boss. They were known as the Ismaili assassins. It's quite interesting, isn't it? And here, oh, that's the wrong screen. And here's me, chubby cheeks. It was, I think it was 47 degrees Celsius that day. And I'm showing you this because this is my Patreon, and I've got 2 wonderful patrons, and I get $15 a month, and I love that I get $15 a month. And thank you to these patrons for helping me. It's such a humbling thing that somebody's prepared to give you a little something to egg you on. It's amazing. So I try and when I can. In fact, I've been more active on Patreon than I have on the channel. What else have I got in here I can show? All right, so I make little videos that you don't see.
How are you? I hope you're well. Do you know, I've got a black iPhone.
So I'll upload little videos. I don't know why it's lagging so much, but oh look, there's me telling that. So that's from ages ago, talking about the camera. So you go, that's August, last month. What else is there? Oh, obviously on Patreon you get all these extra films, but you also get any film that I make, a video that I put up. It goes to Patreon a few days before it's seen on the channels. So there's all these little benefits. I'm trying to be as imaginative as I can, but also realistic. I don't know why it's quite slow and reactive. That looks like a fun video, doesn't it? The beer bug and life distractions. The term beer bug, I got that from that Nerderotic guy. I think it's a very funny way of avoiding YouTube's listening. YouTube listens to everything we say and checks the sound files for keywords. So we don't want to, we call it the beer bug. Well, we don't, but we do. So that's the patron. If you're able to go and help me out there, that would be amazing. I'd appreciate that. I've only got 2 little pages at the minute, and I'm terrified they're going to go. But if you want to come and support me there, you can. If that gets going, if there's more interaction, I'll get busier. I'll get more into it. I'll get busier. And please do go and subscribe to my Out and About channel. There's also a Floctopus Live channel. I've not really got plans for that at the minute, but it exists if you want to go and subscribe to that. Still got the old branding on there. Let me know what you think as well. I mean, do you think this is what I'm doing is a good idea? Tell me what you think. I want to start doing reviews and talking about things like that. Why did I buy that? Oops, which I can't put back together again. What's the benefit of this? It's to do with data transfer down a USB-C Gen 2 3.2 cable. That interesting to you to know about that? Well, I can certainly talk about stuff like that. Cameras, I will be talking about this camera. I tend to not do the reviews that go into too much tech. For me, I work with top-end cameras all the time, but I don't want to go through menu systems with you. I don't really, these are tools, right? And I know that's a cliche, but they are tools. Look how ugly that is. All these bits of wire hanging off. But these are tools, and I want to show you sort of more hands-on. I want to talk about them more in me using it for everyday use, and its pros and its cons. So, I'm seeing an issue with something there. So I'll talk about that when I make a video about it. So that's my plan. Unboxing stuff I'll do. I'm going to do some camping, which I'll probably put in the out and about thing. I'm going to be a detectorist. Have you seen the TV show Detectorists? The Detectorists. I'm going to be one of those guys. And there are YouTube videos out there of people metal detecting, and they're young and they're cool people, and they're finding cool things. And I like that idea a lot because I think I'll enjoy it. I've got all the kit, but I've not done it yet. See how OCD I am. I've set myself up to do it. I've joined the club. The main reason I don't do metal detecting at the minute is because I walked all around Beverley in East Yorkshire where I live, and visited farms because you need permission to be a metal detectorist. And the farmers were like, no, you're not going to dig up my land with your little trowel. So going around the farms and asking permission is a bad idea because they think you're a bit weird turning up and asking. They'll just say no. And some of them are very unfriendly. Some of them, it's like they don't like the outsiders. And so I'm going to try and find another way of doing it. I think Facebook groups might be a better way, local pubs, that sort of thing. But I am definitely going to get into doing a little bit of metal detecting because I think those videos will be fun. And that's kind of where I'm at. So Patreon, there'll be links down below for all this, down in the section down below. Let me know what you think about my plans and my thoughts. I can't obviously manage my channel by committee, so forgive me if I do reject suggestions and ideas, but I am interested to know. I'm more interested to know how people consume content on YouTube. What do you do? How do you watch videos on YouTube? Do you skim? Do you unsubscribe? Do you get angry at videos and then unsubscribe? Do you follow or subscribe to channels because you hate the person who makes them and you're just being nosy? Sort of car crash, rubbernecking type thing. Do you like the idea of just having chill out? The thing I'm most interested in is, and this is what I've started doing, so I'm assuming other people are, is that people are, it's just, I like to have stuff like my iPad in the morning. I like to put like a stream on, and if it's a long one, I'm really chuffed. If it's somebody talking, it's great because I treat it a bit like a podcast. Like this is a bit podcasty, and I'm something else I'd quite like to do. Too many things, but I like to put a video on in the background, and while I'm making my coffee in the morning, or having a bath, or pottering around with cables and fixing things, it's nice to have that on, and I engage with it, and I just let it play. So longer videos. Do you like longer videos? What sort of topics are you interested in? I'm interested in films and TV and things that are happening, but I also like commenting on things that are happening, what actors are saying on Twitter, what people are saying on Twitter, what the media are saying and doing on Twitter. Quite like all that. Without the drama, without the insulting, without insulting people, just not being partisan, not taking sides, not being political. It's so hard not to be, but I think it's something that I definitely don't want to bring to this channel, is be politically sided. It's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so hard. But I'll try my best to be partisan and impartial, because I don't want to alienate people. And what's the other thing is to ask you to think about? Yeah, mainly that's it. How are you consuming YouTube? How are you consuming your the material? Let me know. I like a lot of Canal Boating people. I like watching their stuff. I find it very relaxing. I envy them. Shout out to a chap called Stan Cullimore. Let me just see if I can find him. Stan Cullimore. I'll tell you who he is in a minute. There he is. There he is.
Rufus.
Let's see if I can find him in shot. There he is. Oh, hold on. Oh, there. Oh, come on. Where's the close up? There he is. There he is. So, there. That's Stan Cullimore. Now, if you don't know who he is, shame on you. But Stan Cullimore, Mr. Cullimore, has started doing videos on YouTube, and he wants subs, and I like what he's doing because he ain't making money from it at the minute, and I don't think that's why he's doing it either, which I love. And he is just wandering around canals and rivers, and he's really into it. And he's got a little radio mic on there, and he don't know what camera he's using. It's probably a DSLR, and it's nice stuff. And he's a really nice bloke. And you're probably thinking, oh, is he though? Stan Cullimore. I'm going to show you. I'm going to reveal who he is. Boom. I'm going to give you a clue. Oh. Can I zoom in that? Oh, well, let me zoom in. Okay, this is who he is. Oops, that's me. There. There he is. That's Stan, the guy with the glasses in the bottom corner. He's the guitarist and songwriter from the House Martins. Now, who are a local band, who were a local band from Hull, just down the road. I don't know how many of the actual band were from Hull. Probably none of them. But I was a House Martins fan back when I was a kid, and they were a local band, political, good stuff. And if Stan, you're watching this, because I will mention you in a tweet or something. But some information about the House Martins. Well, Stan Cullimore was the guitarist, and I think the brains, apart from Paul Heaton, of course, was the brains of the band, and the guitarist out of the band. And he was the image. I think he was just the image of the band. I think he's great. Norman Cook went on to become Fatboy Slim, and Dave Hemingway, who's the chap on the left there. I met him in a club in Hull. I used to work in a recording studio in London called Air Studios. The chairman of it was George Martin, who was the Beatles producer, and I was a tape op. And the Beautiful South used to mix their records in that studio. So I got to know the band a little bit. And what I would do when I was working there, sometimes I'd pop up to, when the band weren't in there, I'd obviously come back to this area and go down the Hull. And I remember meeting Dave Hemingway in a club. I think I was, I don't know what I was thinking, it was a live band club. And I gave him a jacket that I had to give to Paul. And then I remember the newspaper the next week, there was a picture of Paul Heaton wearing the jacket I'd given him. Good, isn't it? A nice little story. So, the Beautiful South used to come in our studio, and obviously I'm just a lowly tape op, but they were all very, what was interesting about Beautiful South was they were so, one, London, not keen on London, two, not keen on the people who kind of live and work there, because there's definitely a London type, and I just saw the wariness from them, and a lot of naughtiness going on as well. But good days, and I loved working. A chap called Mike Hedges was the engineer, and I had good times. So when I found out Stan was doing videos on YouTube, I was dead chuffed. So if you can, go and support Stan. There's this channel. Oh, hold on. What's this? This is the Canal Riverboat Trust. Let's show you his channel. That won't do. What? Where's your channel, Stan? I think I'm subscribed to it, so. Oh, not on this Out and About channel. I will. Am I subscribed? Well, this is a bit awkward. Where's your channel? Why when I type Stan Cullimore into YouTube, he does do Canal Boat stuff, or he has done in the past. What is this?
This morning, we are in the Brecon Beacons. This before us is the Monmouth and Brecon Canal. Brecon is that way. It's a beautiful town.
Where's your channel, Stan?
Monmouth is that way, I guess. I don't
Oh,
really know.
it's just
Anyway,
scary. I should be able to type Stan Cullimore in and his channel comes up immediately. Fat Boy Slim's channel comes up. Just the Canal Riverboat Trust ones. That's not his channel. That's odd. I don't understand why that's happened. Oh.
It's just you've been asking questions, Alex.
Ooh, that's horrible. What? Come on, Stan. What? Let's check Twitter out. What? Stan. I'm amazed. I can't find the channel. I'm just finding Canal Riverboat Trust. I don't think that's his channel. Is it? No. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I will find it and I'll link it down below, but I can't find it. What is that? Okay, listen, I'm 56 minutes in. Oh, I've already missed the thing that happened online. Never mind. If you are able to go and support Stan, then do any of the canal boating stuff. I'm a big fan. I'd love to one day own a canal boat. I'm perfectly positioned to do that. I'd also like to do a camper van build. There's so much stuff I want to do. I'm going to share it all on YouTube. Find me on Patreon. Go and subscribe to my Out About channel. I would love it if you did that. And thank you very much for watching this. I just did the little shout outs of things that I'd like you to do, and that's exactly what I want to stop doing. That in future that'll be like little graphics appearing at the bottom. You know what to do to support YouTubers. Thanks for watching. It's been a long one, but I'm cool with that. If you are, watch it at your leisure. I'm going to hopefully do more chats like this. So and I will be here on Flooded, and then the walks will be on Out About, the camping, the metal detectoring, anything that's out and about, and it's got nothing to do with being out, coming out, which I'm conscious of. No, it's out and about. It's actually physically going out into the real world and walking on grass. So that's what that channel is. It's a chill out channel. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Come back again soon. And yeah, I'll see you when you do. Cheerio.